Hi everyone, welcome to Vedantu JEE English. I am Diksha, your chemistry master teacher. And students, I hope so all of you who had their exam of JEE Mains on today also went really well. And we will provide with you PDF. Don't worry about that. The PDF solutions will be provided to you. The upcoming students who have their JEE Mains maybe on next, that is 8th of April. So don't worry about that. PDF will be provided to you. That will be shared by Shreya sir on this channel as well as on the Telegram channel. Okay, don't worry about it. Now let's talk about VITEE. Okay, so this institute is itself very prestigious. If you want to know something about VITEE, let me know in the comment section, because I have already made one video on VITEE dedicated, right? Everything detail is there, right? In fact, the syllabus also I'll share with you on the Telegram channel. Okay, those students who don't have, because there is difference in the JEE Main syllabus and official site. If you see the syllabus of VITEE for chemistry, there is difference. There is addition of solid state. Some of the chapters that are not there in JEE Mains, rather they are there in JEE Advanced, that are included in VITEE. Okay, so you need to know those chapters at least, because in VITEE it's not like they will ask you JEE Advanced kind of question. The question will be either equal or slightly lower or slightly above the level of JEE Mains. That's it. Okay, not JEE Advanced kind of question they are going to ask you. Right? So let us see this. Let us see first question on your screen. First question on your screen. And for those students who are looking for, ma'am, how many marks, this and that, VITEE. So go on the videos. Right here, you will definitely see one or two videos on VITEE. Let me just show you that. VITEE. Let me just show you that. This is the all naming reactions. Wait a minute. Let me just show you that. I'll share the link also with you guys. Right? Because I know that must be very tough for you to understand that what exactly it is there. Okay? So I think, it's not 6 months. Just 2 months before only I made that video. This is Amrita, and after that only I made this video of VITEE. Where is that? I'm not able to find that. I don't know why. Chalo, I'll find that and see. I'll share with you. Right? Because right now, so if that is visible to all of you, then let me know here. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe that was not uploaded. If that was not uploaded, then I'll share. I know that that was definitely uploaded there on this channel. Right? I'm not able to find it, but don't worry. I'll let you know, and I'll give you the full video on the. I'll share the Telegram video with on Telegram. I'll share the video with you. The full details of VITEE are there in that video. Right? Okay. Now let us focus on the questions here. So the first question for your VITEE is total number of possible isomers of square planar. Now this is a very interesting question. Why? Because usually these kind of questions VITEE they ask, right? It's not very easy, it's not very tough, but you need to have conceptual understanding to know that. Some slight twist will be there in the question. These will be doable questions, but yeah, with a slight twist here. So as you can see, someone who is like, okay, I don't know, ma'am, this is M, A, B, C, D. What if they have given you the option 3? Then you will take 3, ma'am. It is cis and trans isomer it is showing. But see, we have to look for the isomers here. But we know that there are also ambidentate ligands, like this is ambidentate, and these two are ambidentate ligands. Okay? Ambidentate ligands means they are going to show you two isomers, two linkages they will show you. So if these two are going to show you two linkages here, very simple thing you are going to do. First, tell me, if you have a simple M, A, B, C, D kind of compound, then it gives you 3 isomers, right? 3 geometrical isomers it will give you by interchanging the positions. Ma'am, how it is going to give you 3 isomers? That also, for those students who don't know this, ma'am, how can we just cram it that this is going to give us 2 isomers? So simple is, fix it, exchange B and C here. So it will be, A will be as it is, then B and C will interchange their position, D will be as it is. Then interchange B and D here. Now A will be fixed as it is, right? B and D are interchanged. That is how you will get 3 isomers. Out of this, you can take any of 2 as equal. Let us say I am taking these 2 as equal, then this is going to be trans. B and D are equal, so this is going to be cis. This is again going to be cis. So basically, this question also they can ask you, if PT like MABCD kind of isomers in square planar, how many geometrical isomers they give you. If there is no ambidentate ligand, then simply you will write 3 geometrical isomers will be there. But if I say that, ma'am, there is ambidentate ligand only, I know that here this NO2 is going to form 2, basically it can link through nitrogen and oxygen both. This also can link through nitrogen and carbon both. So that is why this will give you 2, this will give you 2. So 2 plus 2 is 4. So you will multiply this with 4, that is 4, 3, 12. So total linkages is going to be 12. Total number of isomers is going to be 12 here. So answer will be B is the correct answer. Very important question. Very important question. Okay. Next is this was very important. And I'll also tell you side by side that what other kind of question they can ask you. Now, question from mole fraction. Okay. So if you see some basic concepts of chemistry, they don't ask you very tough questions, right? Questions based on formulas are usually asked. Based on formulas like concentration terms. Okay. You have to know the knowledge of molarity, relation between molarity, percentage weight by weight, percentage weight by volume. All these relations are very important to you. Strength and molarity very important, right? So between these concentration terms also they ask you questions here. The mole fraction of solvent in aqueous of the solute is 0.8. They're saying mole fraction of solvent in aqueous solution of a solute is this. Solvent is this, the molality of the aqueous solution is there, what they are asking you. So we know that mole fraction of solute plus solvent is going to be 1. If I say mole fraction of solute, always remember, see, it's totally up to you. You want to represent 1 or 2 by solute or solvent. What I'll do, I'll represent 1 by solvent, right? And 2 by solute. 2 by solute. Okay. Now here what we are going to do, solvent and solute it is. Now beta, if they have given you solvent, so you can easily calculate for solute as well. That will be 1 minus 0.8. That is going to be 0.2 here, right? So with that, if you totally take it as 1, you can easily calculate the number of moles here. So mole fraction of solvent is 0.8. So here what you should know is, if I say that total value is 1, it's not like it will be 0.8 only, but from this question, I can assume that if I take moles, number of moles of solvent as 0.8 and number of moles of solute as 0.2, then total here it is 1. Okay, total here it is 1. So number of moles of solvent, beta dekho, if these are the number of moles, then total moles will be this. Okay, that is going to be 1. That is going to be 1. Now, if mole fraction of solvent I have to calculate, I'll say mole fraction of solvent is mole fraction of solvent, number of moles of solvent divided by this, that is going to be 0.8. This is what is given to you in the question. That is why I can assume that it means that number of moles of solvent is 0.8 because mole fraction of solvent is given to you. So directly this is a very, very important point. Very, very important point. Next is number of moles of solute will be 0.2. Only then total will be unity, and only then you can say that mole fraction will be 0.8 according to the data that is given to us. Right? Okay. Now, we know that what is molality, what they have asked, molarity or molality. Molality they have asked. See, the difference in these two formulas, molality and molarity is number of moles of solute divided by the weight of solvent, right? If this is in grams, then this will be multiplied by 1000. Okay? Molarity is number of moles of solute divided by volume. If this is in volume of solution, if this is in milliliters, this will be multiplied by 1000. These two are very important formulas, right? Okay. Now here they are asking you this molality here. Ma'am, but weight of solvent is not given to us. But see, if I can rearrange this, can I also say that N2 divided by N1 multiplied by M1 into 1000? Ma'am, how can you write this? So what is N1? N1 is nothing but it is weight divided by molar mass. This will cancel out, it will give us the same value. That is why instead of writing it like that, I'll rather write it like this. Okay? This rather than this, because weight is not given to me, I'll write it like this. So these kind of things are very important, right? So direct not formula, but from the formula only some twist they had done and you will get your answer. Just little bit change, right? So it is 0.2, already we have calculated here, right? That is 0.2, 1000, number of moles of solute is 0.8, molar mass, ma'am, how you got to know that molar mass of solvent is 18? Achha, what it is given? Solvent in aqueous solution. Aqueous solution means the solvent is going to be water and water has 18 mass, right? So that is why we put 18 here, and solving this you will get your answer, right? Okay, solving this you will get your answer here. Next is, now one question definitely you will see based on colligative property. That is a standard question, okay? That is a standard question. Now colligative property, I'll tell you, relative lowering in vapor pressure. I would say most of the questions will be, you will find in boiling point, elevation in boiling point, and freezing point at osmotic pressure. Last one will be relative lowering in vapor pressure, but you have to do all of them. Most probably they will ask you either from this or this. Then if not this, then they will ask you from this. Last is from relative lowering in vapor pressure, but all the formulas are very, very, very important for you, right? Okay, so I'll just write all the formulas here. So relative lowering in vapor pressure is this change in pressure is equals to mole fraction of solute, right? Change in pressure divided by the pressure equals to the mole fraction of the solute, right? And boiling point, elevation in boiling point, here you can write want of factor, that is I, if they have given you electrolyte, right? Then that is equals to, wait a minute, that is equals to Kb, molality into Kb. Delta TF is equals to, you can put I here also, M into Kf, that is, this is alebbioscopic, this is cryoscopic constant, right? Last one is also very important, that is CRT. What is C? C is nothing but that is number of moles of solute divided by volume in liter, RT. C is nothing but the molarity. So all these formulas are extremely important for you to do for your this exam, right? So now let us see this. Elevation in the boiling point for 1 molar solution. Now they have given us 1 molar, that means molality is given to you. Glucose, they are saying elevation in a boiling point is given to you, that means delta TB is given to you. The depression and freezing point of 2 molar solution of the glucose in the same solvent is delta TF is also given to you. The relation between Kb and Kf you have to find out. See students, very simple. Can you identify that delta TB is equals to delta TF? They have not directly given it is equal, but they have mentioned the values here, so that means they are equal, right? Delta TB is nothing but M, because glucose is a non-electrolyte, so I will be equals to 1, so this is MKB, this is MKF. Now molality has changed here. Here you have 1 molality, right? And here you have 2 as the molality. So according to that, your answer will be Kb is equals to 2 Kf. So answer is going to be D is the correct answer. So 2 formulas they have asked from 1 question only. Next is sodium metal crystallizes. Let me see in the comment section if you guys are answering this or not. Right? Okay? Yes, students? Don't worry, we will definitely take up lecture for that as well. Right? Okay, yes, don't worry about that. Firstly, focus on this. Sodium metal crystallizes in a body centered. Now, solid state is also mentioned in your syllabus, right? So you have to do that. This is not included in JEE Main syllabus, okay? So see this is solid state, very, very simple chapter it is, You can just go through one shot if you have no idea regarding solid state. Direct formula based question based on radius. I'll now only, trust me, if you have no idea, ma'am, I have never studied solid state, even then I'll tell you that what exactly you have to do here. Okay, now sodium metal crystallizes in body centered cubic lattice. So you know what exactly is there. It's like a cube, right? Cube. Let me see if I have any cube here, right? So it's like a cube. Let me just take out one book here, right? Just give me a minute. Okay, it's basically not a cube, right? So cube is a square, like it has length, breadth, height same. It's like a cuboid, but yes. Okay, so now what you will see, these are the edges. Okay, these are the edges. These are the vertices, corners, right? And this is the center. So whenever I say body centered cubic lattice, that means in that cube, inside that, in the center, if I say talking about this room here, in the center where my camera is lying, right, on that position I have one atom, and rest of the atom are at the corner. And if you see your room, how many corners you have? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total we have 8 corners. Okay, so everywhere we have 8 corners. Only in everyone's room there will be 8 corners, unless until you have a designer room, right? So sodium metal crystallizes in BCC, that is body centered cubic lattice, with a unit cell edge of this. So unit cell edge is given to you. Edge means the full length is given to you, right? The full A is represented for edge. The radius of the sodium metal. So every single, like FCC, face centered, you have body centered, they have different formulas. So if you see for BCC, you have radius is equals to under root 3 by 4a, right? So that is under root 3 by 4. A is already given to you. That is the length of the edge. Okay, that is the length of this edge, this full edge, right? So that is going to be, just solve this, you will get your answer. See, if you see this, this is given in Angstrom, the answer is also there in Angstrom. So answer will be, directly put the values and you will get to solve this, right? Now one more question on same kind of thing. So why I have taken up question, mostly now I'll tell you one simple thing here. It's not like I have taken the same questions like we did in JEE Mains, right? For all the students here, one very important thing for you, students, if you're watching this for your VITEEE EEE, you must watch the session of JEE Mains that I took on Sunday, yes, on Saturday. On Saturday, I took it for 7th and 8th April. Reason why I am asking you to watch it, because in that session, I have taken up the questions that are in the JEE Mains syllabus. And here, JEE Mains syllabus is there, but some extra part is also there. So I have focused more on those different chapters here, because I know you guys will skip it, right? So that is why I at least want you to go through that, so that easy questions you can solve. Don't miss any chapter entirely, because simple questions will be asked, right? The radius of the largest sphere. Now here they are saying the radius of the largest sphere of which fits properly at the center of the edge of a body centered cubic. Center of the edge. This is the edge. This is the edge. Let's say this is my edge. So center of the edge means somewhere here. Somewhere here. That is the center. These are the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the corner. Now they are saying largest sphere which fits properly at the center of the edge of the body centered. Now for example, I say that this is my one of the planes. We know that our room is made up of so many walls. This is one of the wall. Okay, this is one of the wall. So now if I see this here, in that wall, these are the corners. Okay, these are the corners. Now can you see they are saying the largest sphere? If I say the corners are like this, how big the atom is placed here? This much big the atom is placed here. Okay, now they are saying to the edge, the maximum radius. Okay, the radius of the largest sphere that can be which fits properly at the center of this edge, right? In BCC means in the center of your room you will have some atom. In the edge I have here and here I have atom. Now in the center of this edge, what is the radius of the atom that I can place? I hope so that the language of the question is clear to you, right? Now they're asking you edge, the edge length is represented by A. That means this full length is A. Now if I say this is, let's say R, this is R, that is the radius of the atom, right? And this is, let's say, is the radius of the sphere now, so that will be from here. This is R and this will also be our full diameter, that is 2R. So can I say A is equals to 2R plus 2 capital R? So A will be equals to 2R plus R. Firstly, tell me if this is clear to you how I did it. Because from the question, these are the things that are given to you. Rest is the formula. Okay, rest is the formula. If that is clear to you, then spam this chat box with green hearts. Okay, because I also want to know if that is getting clear in your head or not. Right? After this, I'll see the formula here directly that we have done before also. That radius, right? The radius, basically, I have taken, chalo. See, here they have taken capital R as the radius of the corner atoms and small r as the radius of the center atom that will be on the edge. I have taken the opposite. So I'll take the same way only so that you don't get confused here. Right? So just let me, right? It's totally your choice. You want to represent it by x, y, you can represent it by x, y as well. Right? So now I'll represent it with the same only so that you don't get confused in the calculations, right? So here I am representing it by capital R, and in the center it is radius is R. Okay? Now here we know that for BCC, usually questions are asked from BCC or FCC, right? BCC and FCC, the radius and edge length. Beta, write it down in your notebooks, okay? Take a page and whichever topic I am telling you that this topic is important, please write it down, okay? Write it down so that after the class you can go through those topics, right? So FCC and BCC, these two are very important, okay? FCC, BCC, right? Now the formula of A and between radius, like what is the relation between edge length and radius, that formula is important for you. Don't go through derivations and all, that is not important, right? So radius that is present at the corners, this is that cube. The one that is present at the corners is under root 3 by 4 that we have already done equals to this. Now if you see this is the value we have already seen. We know that 2R plus capital R equals to A. That I have concluded from the condition that they have given me, right? Now, can I do one thing? Can I put this value here? Can I just put the value of R here? Then I'll get a relation between small r, that is the radius of the sphere, in terms of A. And this is what they have given in the option. They have given you the value of R here. They have given you the value of R here in terms of A. That means the question is already solved, right? We have already solved it. Just put this value here, then solve this, right, by applying mathematics here, right? After that, take the LCM, right, then solve it, put the value of under root 3 and you will get your answer here. Is that clear to everybody? Yes, students, is that clear? Okay. One more question based on your how many students are finding it tough? Tell me one thing, how many students find solid states tough? Now see this, a solid has a structure in which, this is a very simple question, very simple, okay? You just have to imagine one thing. Now they are saying, firstly, so you need to see one thing here. Let me see if they have given it. No. So I'll draw a cube here only, right? This is the cube. Now you have to use imagination a little bit, okay? This is, I'm teaching you to those students who have no idea, ma'am, what is this corner face center. To those who I'm teaching you, a solid has a structure in which W atoms are located at the corner. Now, beta, if you see, these are the corners, right? In corner, you take out some ball in your head, okay? Think about anything in your room, okay? Any ball in your room, take it out and put it on the corner, right? Now tell me, how many rooms in which it can be divided? If you complete this ball over there on the corner, one room here, one room, the room that is adjacent to this, one room that is in front of this, one room that is, see, there are how many rooms? In this lane, there are these 4 rooms. So in this room, in this corner, this atom is, it will get shared by this room, this room, and this room. So that means 4 rooms. Now, in the upper floor also, right, there will be 4 rooms. So that means that atom will be shared by 8 rooms, isn't it? If you put a ball on the corner, that will be shared by 8 rooms, right? That means to my room, it will be just 1/8 of that ball. Okay, that ball is nothing but, that sphere is nothing but, that is atom, right? So you can just say that if they are saying that something is placed at the corners, that means in my room, it will be just 1/8. Always, always, always in corner, it will be 1/8, right? Okay, yes. Now, that will be, SNM JEE will be tomorrow, okay? So right now, don't spam and focus here. Oxygen atom at the center of the edges. If something is at the center of the edges, okay, just look at your room. If this is at the center of the edge, it will be shared by what? This room, the next room, the room that is above, the room that is above, but that is, see, my room, the room that is next to my room, that is in front of my room, and 2 rooms that are above this room, and the room that is adjacent to me, the above of that which room I have, right? This room, the next room, above room, the room that is on the first floor, and the room that is adjacent to the room on the first floor. 4 rooms will be there. So it will be 1/4 here, right? Sodium atom is at the center. Center, if my camera is in the center, is it like my camera is also there in some other room? No, it is only in the center. That means really it will be full, right? No sharing, no sharing. So if you say W will be, solid has a, which W atoms are located corner of the cube, okay, right? W atoms are located at the corner, oxygen atom is, okay. So you just have to tell the formula here. So simple thing is, number of sodium atoms will be 1 into 1, right? So occupancy is 1 only, right? There is only one center in this room, na? So number of W atoms that were in the corner, this was in the center, okay? This was in the corner. How many corners of your room you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 corners. 8 multiplied by 1/8, that is 1. Number of oxygen atoms here. How many edges you have? In your room, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total 8 edges you have here. That means, wait a minute, 8, 1, 2. Array, this edge is also, na? Vertical edges also you have to think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, horizontal edges. Now, the vertical edges, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? Are you also doing that along with me? So it will be 12 edges in total. So it will be 12 multiplied by 1/4. That is the contribution of that atom. From 1 edge, that will be 3. So it will be Na1, W1, and O3. Is this thing clear to everybody or not? Is this thing clear to everybody or not? Yes, students, that is clear or not? Right? That is an important question. Okay? Simple yet important. It's not like they will ask you some very high-fi questions here. Right? They will ask you good questions, some chintu-mintu questions they will not ask you. They will ask you very nice questions, good questions, but of the level, right? But they will not be that complicated that you will have to, oh my God, I'm sweating, ma'am, by solving this. No, if you have done enough practice, right, you will be able to solve the questions, right? Identify E in the given chemical reaction. This we have done already also, right? So this is the question. This is NaOH. Now I'll talk about organic chemistry. So if you see this here, this is NaOH, this is ethanol. So aldol condensation, Cannizzaro condensation, two very, very important topics, right? So all the naming reactions are very important, right? Dilute, this is nothing but aldol condensation. If you see only in one compound you have this CHO, that means it is intramolecular aldol condensation. Now, if you have to solve this, this is benzene, right? And here you have CH2, this is CH2, this is CHO, this is CH2, this is CH2, this is CHO. Now, I told you a simple trick of aldol condensation, whether it's intra, whether it's inter, doesn't matter. Right? What you have to do, for one, just think about any alpha here. I'm thinking about this alpha. Say one is alpha. Okay, just I want to see hydrogen here. Okay, open up this hydrogen here. And here, open up this CHO. Okay, open up this CHO. So that will be C double bond O and this is H. Now what will happen here? What you have to do, this hydrogen will leave and you have to connect alpha hydrogen to the carbonyl carbon. You have to connect it. When you are connecting it by one bond here, then this hydrogen that is shifted to this oxygen by forming a OH. And that is your final answer that you will get. Okay, that is the final answer that you will get. Now after this, let us see in the question, in the options, if they have also done condensation. They have also taken out water from here. So what you will do here, you will take out water. Water will be from alpha and beta position. This is alpha, this is beta position. Take hydrogen, take oxygen OH from here, right? And take hydrogen from here, and that will be the final answer that you will get here. That will be the final answer that you will get here. Let me just draw it in a better way. This is the benzene. This is CH2. This is C double bond. This is CH2. This is CH2. This is C, right? This is H also. Wait a minute. This is CH double bond. This is C. This is, wait a minute. Okay. So this is C, right? Yes. Here you will have one CHO. This kind of compound will be formed here, right? This kind of compound will be formed here, and the answer will be, this is the correct answer, right? The same thing we have drawn here. The same thing that we have drawn here, right? Is that clear to everybody? Right? So answer will be C is the correct answer. Next question is, classical smog in places of, okay, classical smog occurs in places of, in what places classical smog occurs, which is cool and humid, okay, in that places classical smog will occur. So answer will be, contains smoke, fog, sulfur dioxide, occurs in cool and humid climate. Again, theoretical based questions, okay, very simple chapter these are. Environmental chemistry, polymers, don't skip these chapters, okay, very simple questions they will ask you from here, right? Next is, which of the following statement is correct? Let us see which of the following statement is correct. Dark blue color of ozone is due to intense absorption of green light. Is it green light? Is it green light, students? No, it's red light. Okay, so that is wrong. Oxides of nitrogen and halogen cannot damage the O3, layer. Okay, oxides of dry iodine. Okay, ozone oxidizes dry iodine to this. See, first is oxides of nitrogen and halogen cannot damage, right? That is also not correct. It can damage. Ozone oxidizes dry iodine to I2O5. That is also incorrect. Ozone forms orange colored compound KO3 with potassium hydroxide. That is correct. Okay, so when it reacts with O3 plus Ki, right? Achha, KOH, right? Then it will form KO3 here. That is definitely the correct answer. So as you can see, the dark blue color is due to intense absorption of bright light. That is the correct statement, not the green light. Oxides of nitrogen and halogen can damage O3 layer. Definitely, that is why there was depletion. Ozone layer depletion was there. Right now, so it is revived, but there was depletion, right? So next is I2. It will oxidize to I4O9, not I2O5. That is incorrect, right? Last one is ozone with KOH that forms KO3. That is absolutely the correct answer. So answer will be D is the correct answer. Okay. Next is Solvay process, right? S block is also there. In S block, the Solvay process very, very important, right? Very, very important. This is right. So let us see that. An ammonical brine solution, They are saying an ammonical brine solution is carbonated with CO2, okay, forming, okay, we have to see what happens, okay. So an ammonical brine solution is carbonated with CO2 forming NaHCO3, which on decomposition at 150 degree produces Na2CO3. Yes, that is correct. Ammonical brine solution you have here is carbonated with CO2 forming NaHCO3, which on decomposition will give you this. That is right. A sodium amalgam reacts with water to produce NaOH, which gives NO2 on reacting with CO2. They are saying which is exactly what is solvent process, this or this. A sodium amalgam reacts with water to produce, a brine solution is made to react with BaSO3 to produce Na2CO3. Which is the correct answer? Out of this, which you will say, if you know solvent process, this is very, very easy question, okay? This is what they ask you. If you have gone through full syllabus, an ammonical brine solution is carbonated with CO2 forming NaCO3, which on decomposition will give you Na2CO3. So answer will be A is the correct answer. That is your solvent process. Very important process this is. Right? Okay. Next is when heated to when heated to 800 degrees Celsius, NaNO3 gives which of the following? Na, N2 and O2, NaNO2 plus O2, Na2O, O2 and N2. Last one is Na2O, O2. Last two are same only, kya? I think that should be this one. Okay? Then the answer is, then we won't be able to answer this, right? So answer will be C. Here I'll just put 2 here. Right, otherwise both the things are same only. So answer is you will get Na2O plus O2 plus N2. Very, very important, right? Okay. Next is incorrect statement regarding peroxide. Now, if you talk about ma'am peroxide, what is the incorrect statement? Right? Okay. Yes. Incorrect statement regarding H2O2. Okay. You can let me know. I'll yeah. We can do that with the help of questions, okay? Yes, you can just put it down in the comment section, Tarun. You can put it down in the comment sections, okay? So I'll see how many of you want it. And after this, I can definitely do that on this channel. Incorrect statements of H2O2 here. Decomposition of H2O2 is a disproportionation reaction, okay? Aqueous solution of H2O2 is weakly acidic. Bleaching action of, okay, let us see the incorrect statement. Now let us try true and false here. Right? Decomposition of H2O2 is a disproportionation reaction. That is absolutely right here. That is true. It is a disproportionation reaction. Aqueous solution of H2O2 is weakly acidic. That is also true. Bleaching action of H2O2 is due to reducing nature. That is false because it is due to its oxidizing action. Beta, I'll say, just imagine you have no idea about ma'am these options. I have no idea. I want to guess it. Then at least you should know one thing. This is a very common basic chemistry thing to know, that bleaching action will be due to oxidizing power, oxidizing nature. Bleaching nature of anything will be because of its oxidizing nature, not because of its reducing nature. So that is wrong, right? So definitely you can write it that okay, C is the incorrect, C is the incorrect statement. So that is the correct answer. Answer you can easily give, but see the other statements as well. H2O2 is used in refreshing old lead paintings. PBS converts into PbSO4 in presence of H2O2. Yes, because of its good nature. That is why it is able to oxidize that. So H2O2 is converted to H2O plus O2. That is a disproportionation reaction, right? Because here it is in -1, here it is in -2, here it is in 0 oxidation state. So it is getting reduced, it is getting oxidized as well at the same point. So it is definitely a disproportionation reaction. It is a very good oxidizing and a poor reducing agent. It is bleaching action is due to oxidizing nature, right? It is a good oxidizing agent, right? Then PBS black with H2O2 will be converted to white, right? With the help of H2O2, right? Okay. Next is for the reaction. Now let us see some reaction is given to you. Which of the following statement is incorrect here? If you see the incorrect statements, okay? So everybody, let us see the incorrect statement. The equilibrium constant is larger Okay, which of the following are incorrect? For a reaction, this is given to you, delta H is given, Kc, they are asking you incorrect statement. So first is, equilibrium constant is large, suggestive of the reaction going to completion. So no catalyst is required, is it? Equilibrium constant is large, okay, we know this. But it will undergo completion and no catalyst will be required here. That we can't definitely be sure of, right? So that will correspond to your incorrect statement. Let us see the other statements. The equilibrium will shift forward direction as the pressure increases. See, this is Lee-Chartler principle. If you talk about Lee-Chartler principle is also very important. The pressure and temperature dependence. Okay, so we know that pressure and number of moles are inversely proportional. That means if you increase the pressure, it will go towards less number of moles, right? So less number of moles, here you have 3 moles, here you have 2 moles, it will move in forward direction where you have less number of moles. So that is the correct statement. Equilibrium constant decreases at the temperature increases. If you see this here, this is an exothermic reaction. They are saying equilibrium constant decreases. Definitely, temperature and rate constant are inversely for exo. For endo, temperature and rate constant are directly proportional. So if it was an endothermic reaction, then it will increase as the temperature increases. But here it is opposite. It is exo. That is why it will go in the backward direction. Equilibrium constant will decrease here. Right? That is also the correct statement. The addition of inert gas at constant volume will not affect the equilibrium constant. Yes, that is there in Lee-Chartler principle, that if you add addition of inert gas, that is not going to, at constant volume, will not have any effect. At constant pressure, definitely it will have effect. At constant volume, it will not have any effect. So answer is true. So incorrect statement is A is the incorrect statement here. Next question is, the half-life of a reaction is inversely proportional. Beta, now two very important formulas I am writing here. One is K is equals to units of K, they can ask you for any order. Then what you will write, mole per liter, 1 minus N per second. T half also you should know, generally it is A naught 1 minus N. If I am saying that T half, that means it is inversely, in the question it is given to me, T half is inversely proportional to A naught square. Here it is directly proportional to A naught, it is N minus 1. That means, can I say that N minus 1 is equals to 2. So N is equals to 3. So it should be a third order reaction, is it? Yes, so it is a third order reaction. You just have to equate it. Okay, this general formula you should know. Inversely they have written 2 here. From the formula we know that that will be N minus 1. Equate it and you will get your answer here. Okay, yes. Now next is a galvanic setup. Okay, from electrochemistry they ask questions from Nernst equations. Very, very, very important, right? Nernst equation, numerical formula, numerical based question will be there, or you can say the question of delta G, and delta G is equals to minus NF E naught set. They are very frequently asked questions. Okay, so let us see. Firstly, statement based question is, a galvanic cell is a setup from electrode A and B. Electrode A and B, there is a setup. Now they are asking you what is the EMF of the cell. So for that you firstly should know that what is the cathode, right? What is false statement they are asking you, right? So what is the cathode, what is the anode? To answer cathode, at cathode reduction will happen, and that thing will get reduced which has more reducing potential, which has more reduction potential. Now here we know that the value of chromium is in +6 oxidation state. This is chromium +3 oxidation state. That means the oxidation number is decreasing. This is reduction potential only. Right, here also it is decreasing. This is also reduction potential. So we know that reduction potential is, this one is more, so it will act as cathode, and this will act as anode here. Right, if you see this statement, A will act as cathode and have a positive polarity. Yes, that is definitely correct. Okay, that will be true. right? Current will flow from electrode A to B in the external circuit. A to B means we are saying that from cathode to anode. In the external circuit, so it will flow from cathode to anode, right? Okay, so that is also true, right? Next is standard EMF. E naught cell is what? E naught cell is equals to, if you see, that will be cathode is 1.33 minus 0.77. It will correspond to 0.56 volts. So answer will be none of them is false. Okay, all of them are true. Okay, luckily no multiple choice questions are asked to you. You don't have to answer it all. You just have to pick one option here, so you can definitely use elimination method as well. Next is the position of both an electron and a helium atom is known within 1 nanometer. Further, the momentum of the electron. Now you will see, ma'am, maybe this is a numerical based question, but this is a theoretical based question. Okay, so you just have to see what question they are asking you. The position of both an electron and helium atom is known within this, that is the range. Further, momentum of the electron is known to be this. Momentum is given to be this. Okay, the minimum uncertainty in the measurement of the momentum of helium atom is. Okay, so two things are there. Electron and helium atom is known within this is the distance. Okay, so that means delta x of both is 1 nanometer, right? Delta x of both are 1 nanometer. We know that delta x multiplied by delta p is greater than equals to h by 4 pi. So we can definitely say that if this is same, then this also should be same. Okay, so that means momentum measurement 1 is given to be 5.5 into 10 raised to the minus 26. For electron also, because here they have given for electron, then for helium also it will be same, that is D is the correct answer. So it was not a solve, you don't have to solve this. So you have to use your brain that okay, if this is same, this is also going to be same. The uncertainty in momentum of the helium atom is also the same, right? Because delta x uncertainty in position is same, so momentum is also going to be same, right? Next question is the value of log K for a reaction. This is for this reaction. The value of log K is given to you. Okay. Log K is given to you. Delta H is given to you. Delta S is given to you. Now, what will get in your head? Log K value. Can you firstly apply Gibbs-Helmont equation, a very, very important equation? Delta G is equals to delta H minus T delta S. So you just have to put the values. If you calculate delta G from here, then you have to put the value of the formula of natural log, log of Kc, that is equilibrium constant, equated with delta G. So simple formula is, if you see this here, this is the formula, very, very simple. Delta G is equals to minus 2.303 RT log K. Right? So first you have to solve the value of delta G from here, because this is given, this is given, this is given to you. Or you can directly, what you can do, you can just put the value of delta G here. Right? If you put the value of delta G here, you will get the value of log K as this. Now put the value of delta H, that is given to you, T is given to you, delta S is given to you. This is no R value, beta, always remember when things are in joules, energies, joules we are calculating, then it will be 8.314. If you are calculating, if you are putting the value of R in liter atmospheric, let's say you are calculating pressure, volume, all these things, then the value of R will be 0.0821. That is very, very important. You should know which formula to put. It's not like they will definitely give you the value of R in the question. Maybe they will not. Right, so you should get an idea that in which you have to put which value, right? So that is putting the value, you will get your answer here, right? Okay, next is a question from Hess's law, right? Hess's law, everybody, let us solve the question of Hess's law. See, here it is given to us, that is C plus O2 give rise to CO2. Okay, they are saying the heat of formation of CO. Now remember, whenever there is heat of formation means 1 mole of the compound is formed from its elementary particles. Carbon elementary form is carbon. Oxygen elementary form is O2. You just need 1 mole of CO here. Right? This is the heat of formation what you need. Now this is given to you, that is R. One more thing, that is CO plus half of O2 give rise to CO. Right? Now what I can do here, I just need to get this value here. So if I subtract this thing here, what I'll get? I'll get the same thing. Carbon, right? This is minus, so it will go to this side. This will cancel out each other. And 1 minus half is nothing but half only. So that will be directly, you have to subtract this from this. So it will be R minus S is the value. So answer is B is the correct answer. Okay? B is the correct answer. Got it? Next question on your screen is the value of Kc. Achha, how many of you are actually able to solve the questions here? I can see you guys are chit-chatting. At least chat with me. Do this, do that. Ma'am, voice is not there. Voice is there, beta. I think your speakers are not working properly. Huh? Do you guys are chit-chatting with each other? Tell me, this is how you're going to clear JEE Mains. So already you are like, ma'am, I am not very hopeful about JEE Mains. Then at least you're getting a very good chance to get into a very good university. You'll definitely get good packages after you leave this university. VITEEE is a very prestigious exam. Guys, and it's not like by doing nothing you will get admission into VITEEE. It's not possible. You also get into the best best branch also you need to have. It's not like any branch of your choice also you need to have. You're not the only one who is competing for this seat, right? The competition is VITEEE is also very high. Don't take it as a halka that okay ma'am it's very simple. No, right? You need to be very well prepared for this as well, right? Don't take it very simple ma'am, we have done JEE Mains, this will be very simple. No, they give proper competition to the paper of JEE Mains, right? The value of Kc for the reaction is, this is the question that is given to you, is 0.5. Calculate the value of Kp, right? So Kp is equals to Kc RT delta Ng. Now what is the value of delta Ng? That is 2 minus 4 is equals to minus 2. That is the value of delta Ng. So Kp will be equals to, Kc is what? Kc is given to be 0.5. Right, that is 1 by 2. This is R. R, we are talking about liter concentration, so I'll put it as 0.0821. 0821. So multiplied by temperature, that is given to be 400. 500, 673, right? And this is minus 2. Right? That is how you have to solve this and then you will get your answer here. Right? Okay. So answer, you have to solve this, then you will get your answer as 1.64 into 10 raised to power minus 4 here. Right? You can also take this as 1 by 12. So let me just see if that was 1 by 12 only. Give me a second. I think 1 divided by 12, yes. Okay? So instead of this now, one simple thing, you can also take the value of R as 0.0821, which is also equals to 1 by 12. So instead of this, you can also ease the calculations by 1 by 12, put it 1 by 12, then you can just solve it and you can get your answer. One more thing here, where we solve the value of R now. So you can also put the value of R as 25 by 3. Let me see, 25 by 3 divided by 3, yes. 25 divided by 3, that is also 8.314. So you can also solve it like this. Okay, this is some important things which will help you manage your exam in less time, right? So you can save your time here, right? So by these two simple things, that what is the value of R that you should put here, right? Okay, next question on your screen is, students, next question on your screen, let us see that the electrode potential for these two reactions, this one and this one is given to you. Now they are asking you for Cu2 positive to Cu. See, very simple thing it is. Very, very important question. And I have very high hopes that they will ask you this question in your exam. I have strong intuition that they will ask you this question in your exam, right? So this is, if you talk about Cu2 positive to Cu positive, then you talk about Cu positive to Cu, right? So here the exchange of electrons that is given to be, that is let's say 1, right? Number of electrons exchanged are 1. Here number of electron exchanged are 1, and here number of electron exchanged are 2. They are asking you from Cu2 positive to Cu only, right? Now we know that if you talk about here, delta G is conserved. Delta G of 3 is equals to delta G of 1 plus delta G of 2. Okay, if this is the first path, this is the second path, this is the third path, then 1 plus 2 is equals to 3. The delta G is conserved, not E naught is not conserved here. E naught is not conserved, delta G is conserved. And I told you that value of E naught is minus NFE, right? This is minus NFE2, or you can say 1, plus, or you can say minus also NFE2. When I'll just cancel out negative and Faraday here, what I'll get here? Number of electrons in third, number of electrons that you have exchanged. E naught value of third is equals to number of electrons of 1, E naught of 1, number of electrons of 2, E naught of 2, right? So here E naught of 3 will be equals to, what is N1? N1 is given to be 1 electron is exchanged. E naught is given to be for Cu2 positive to Cu negative. Cu positive, here it is given to be 0.15, right? N2 is given to be 1 electron. E naught is given to be 0.5 divided by how many electron exchange here? 2. And solve this and you will get your answer. Okay, understood students? Now you just have to solve this and you will get your answer for E3 here. Now they can also ask you this thing, they can also ask you this thing, right? Either ways they can ask you the question, but the method is going to remain the same here. Method will not change here, right? Okay. Next is a wavelength of 2 photons. Now they have given you a wavelength of 2 photons are this and this. So 2 photons are given to you, right? The wavelength means lambda is given to you. What is the ratio of their energy? So if you see E is equals to hc by lambda, right? That means E is inversely proportional to lambda, that we know, right? So can I just write it like this, that E1 by E2 is equals to lambda 2 by lambda 1. Can I just write it here? So they are asking the wavelength of 2 photons is given to me. What is the ratio? E1 by E2 is equals to, for E1 the value is given to be 2000, right? For E2 the value is given to be 4000. You cancel it, you will get your answer as 2. So ratio is going to be 2 here, right? Some students, they get confused, they mark 1 by 2, right? So that is why don't do silly mistakes in the questions. Okay. Next is in a closed insulated container. Acha, all the students who are thinking to skip thermodynamics, better don't do that. From thermodynamics, trust me, they will not ask you difficult questions. They will ask you very simple questions. Trust me on that, right? They will either ask you first order, just direct formula based questions. Direct formula based questions will be there. Sometimes so they don't even ask you calculative questions from thermodynamics. Direct questions they ask you regarding the formulas. So go through the formulas, okay? In a closed insulated container, insulated by insulated only I got it that Q is given to be 0, right? So where Q is 0 here, Q is 0 here as well, here as well. Here it is not 0. So out of these 3 answer will be. A liquid is stirred with a paddle to increase its temperature. If delta temperature is increasing, that means delta U will not be equals to 0. And we know that delta U is equals to Q plus W, right? If Q is equals to 0, that delta U will be equals to W, right? Delta U means delta E. Okay, delta U means delta. In some ways, in some questions they will mention it as delta. In some questions they mention it as delta U. Both are the same thing. So Q is 0, delta U and these are equal, but they are not equal to 0. So this is cross. Delta E and W are equal. This is also. delta E and W are equal, which is not equals to 0, and Q is equals to 0. So answer is C is the correct answer. Okay, directly from your first law of thermodynamics and from general things like if temperature increases, if temperature is constant, delta U is also constant. General things you should know here, right? Okay, not very hi-fi things they ask you from these chapters. Copper sulfate solution react with KCN. Directly, this is your reaction-based question. If you say copper sulfate, that will react with KCN to produce you a coordination compound that is K3CuCN4. Okay, that is the answer that you will get here. Okay. Next is for a reaction. Now here what they have given you, anybody? Value of free energy they are asking you. Delta H is given to you, delta S is given to you. Very simple. Delta G is equals to, this is a very, very, very important formula, beta. Very important formula. Right? I can guarantee that this formula, like maybe directly, maybe indirectly, maybe theory based question, maybe based on spontaneity, non-spontaneity. For spontaneity, delta G should be negative. So according to that, what should be the value of delta H and T delta S? That kind of question can be there. Or a direct calculation based numerical can be there. That is here. So this is kilojoules, this is kilojoules, and they are also asking you the answer in kilojoules. So you don't need any conversion here. Put the values 285.8 minus temperature is given to be what? 273 Kelvin, nahi, 27 degree na, 273, 300 na, 300 delta S is minus 0.163. They can also ask you one more way. You have to solve this rather than giving you the values. They will ask you whether the process will be spontaneous, non-spontaneous. So if this becomes negative, then this will be spontaneous process. If this is positive, then this is going to be non-spontaneous process. If this is equals to 0, that will be at equilibrium. So these kind of questions also they can ask you. Here you just have to do the calculation and answer it. But see the units here. Everything was in kilojoules, so I don't need to convert anything into joules. Right? Next question is the reaction that is given to use of first order if the volume of reaction vessel is reduced to 1 by 3. So students, if you tell me one thing, if the volume is reduced to 1 by 3, concentration will be increased to 3 times because volume and concentrations are inversely proportional to each other, right? And that is of a first order reaction. That means if concentration is increased to 3 times, then the rate will also increase to 3 times only. So answer is going to be C is the correct answer, right? Okay, understood? Understood that or not? Now, which element gives maximum number of oxides? Oxides which will give you maximum. Which of the following will give you maximum number of oxides? See, manganese give you maximum number of oxides here, so answer will be C because it exists in maximum number of oxidation states, and it also gives you fluorides as well. But oxides, it has more tendency due to the multiple bonds, because with oxides it also can, because one is manganese can show variable oxidation state. Other thing is with oxygen it can form double bond as well. That's why it shows maximum number of oxides. So answer will be C is the correct answer. Next is which of the following is incorrect statement? Incorrect statement you have to answer here. Sodium oxide, okay, is more basic than magnesium oxide. Okay. So if you see, this is sodium, this is magnesium, this is MgO, this is Na, Na2. This is along the period, right? Along the period, we know that non-metallic character will increase. That means the acidity is going to increase, and they are saying this is going to be more basic than this. Definitely, this will be basic, that will be less basic, because along the period, basicity decreases here. So that is the true statement, right? Here, non-metallic character increases, so acidic character will increase along the period, right? Beryllium oxide is amphoteric in nature. Okay, that is also true. Beryllium is amphoteric. The thermal stability of beryllium carbonate is more than calcium. This one. They're saying the thermal stability of beryllium carbonate is more than calcium carbonate. This is a villain. Okay, this is the incorrect statement because calcium carbonate has more thermal stability. Tell me just one simple general thing. Tell me, calcium carbonate you have seen in your entire chemistry or beryllium carbonate? You must have seen calcium carbonate, not beryllium carbonate. It is more as compared to that of beryllium. The ionic potential of this is more than that of calcium, right? That is why its stability is less. Beryllium 2 positive wants to be in iron. That is why it will dissociate into ions faster. That is why it is less stable. So this attracts oxygen more, and on heating beryllium carbonate loses CO2 more easily, right? Okay, so calcium carbonate is more thermally stable, not that. Now next question is, for a reaction, one reaction is given to you. They are saying N2 plus 3H2. Now this is a very interesting question. Reason why, even if you know this, chances are you will take equivalent weight as wrong, right? So for a reaction, if the molecular masses of NH3 and N2 are M1 and N2, okay, for NH3 it is given to be M1, for N2 it is given to be M2. Okay, the equivalent weights are E1 and E2. Now tell me one thing. We know that equivalent weight is equals to molecular weight divided by N factor. Equivalent weight is equals to molecular weight by N factor, right? So now you have to solve the value of E1 minus E2. N1, N2 should not be there. So you have to see what is the value of N factor of 1 and N factor of 2. So let us see the N factor value here, very, very important. So if you see the N factor of NH3, students, tell me one thing. In NH3, you have two nitrogen here. Acha, NH3 it is 2 na? Okay. So if you see NH3 here and this is N2 here. N2, two molecules are getting dissociated, and NH3 you have only one here. For NH3, in that NH3 molecule, you have just one nitrogen. Don't look for the reaction. For one nitrogen, we know that nitrogen is N3 negative. This is H positive. 3 H positive are there. So for one nitrogen here, you have 3 as the oxidation number. So that is going to be your state. 3 electrons, one NH3 molecule is going to lose. Okay, so that is why here N1 is going to be 3. Okay, N1 is going to be 3. So it will be M1 divided by 3. What about M2? N2, we are talking about N2 here. 2 molecules of nitrogen, right? So here it is in 0 and here it is in -3 state, right? Here it is in 0. So what you will see here for 2 we have here 0 also, but here for 2 it will be -6. So it will be 6 electrons that it is gaining here, right? So answer will be, it will be M2 by 6. Okay, so that is why you just have to solve it. E1 minus E2, that is M1 3 minus M2 6. Now you have to take the LCM, and according to that you will solve this and you will get your answer here. E1 minus E2, M1 by 3, M2 by 6. Solve this and you will get your answer here. That is A is going to be the correct answer. Is that clear to everybody? Very, very important question it was. Next is, if 50 milliliter solution of pH, now from ionic equilibrium, either solubility product or pH. pH also they will not ask a complicated question, either from KSP or they will ask you direct question from strong acid, strong base, strong acid, strong base, or 2 strong acids or 2 weak bases, right? So is mixed with 50 milliliter of solution of pH2. Both are strong only. The pH of the mixture is nearly. Volume of both is given to you. So directly what you will see, H positive concentration is going to be N1V1 plus N2V2 divided by V1 plus V2. No acid is given to you, so we will take N factor as 1 only, right? So you can also write it as M1V1 plus M2V2 divided by V1 plus V2, right? Here pH is 1, so concentration is going to be 10 raised to power -1, volume is 50. right? pH is 2, so concentration will be 10 raised to power minus 2, volume is 50, divided by 100, that is the value of H positive. And what is the value of pH? pH is equals to minus log of H positive of this solution, right? So firstly you will answer this and then you will get your answer here. Got it or not? Yes, everybody? Is that clear? So by this, you will just have to solve this 0.1, 10 is for minus 1. This is 10 is for minus 2. Solve this and you will get the value of H positive. Then you have to put it in the value of minus log of H positive. You will get your answer of pH here. Right? Okay. Next is, which species does not exist? Ma'am, which species does not exist? If you see, first group number 13, Bal gaye Indian tel. We know that boron cannot expand its octet. It does not have empty d orbital. That is why this species will not exist. Directly aligned from your NCERT. Right? Okay. Next is, aluminium vessel should be washed. Aluminium vessel should not be washed with materials containing washing soda. Now, aluminium vessels, also tell this to your mother, right? Also tell this to your mother, right? So, aluminium vessels, if you see, why we don't have to wash it? Because it will react with the aluminium. Washing soda, that is this. It is going to, this is the washing soda. Firstly, it is reaction with water, right? So, it is going to react with aluminium, right? Okay, aluminium and washing soda and water are going to react and will make a layer that is soluble here, right? NaAlO2. That is the reason this is not done. Okay, so answer is going to be, what are the options given to you? Washing soda reacts with aluminium to form a soluble aluminate, right? That is the reason. We will say, basically, do you know what kind of reaction this is? Firstly, washing soda in water is converted to a basic form, and a base and a metal reacts very easily with each other. Okay, right? Next is, when CO2 is passed through water, which of the following species will be present? Now, students, let me know in the comment section. When CO2 is passed through water we are passing the CO2, right? Which of the following species will be present? Very easy yet very important question, right? Chances are you might do mistake here. So H2CO3 will be present when CO2 and water are mixed, carbonic acid. CO2 can be released because this is not very stable. It can also dissociate into CO3 2 negative, or it can also dissociate into HCO3 negative. HCO3 negative, yes? So answer will be H2 plus this will make carbonic acid, which can directly dissociate into, firstly one thing is, which can directly dissociate into HCO3 or H positive, or like either bicarbonate or carbonate, because carbonic acid is not very stable acid, right? So you will see all these things here: H2CO3, CO2, CO3 2 negative, and HCO3 negative. All of this you will see in your Okay. Let us see how many questions we are left with. Very few questions we are left with here. Chalo, let us do that. No worries, no worries. The basic character of vapor phase. Acha. Important, right? In aqueous phase also they can ask you this. For aqueous phase, it's 213 and 231 for methyl and ethyl respectively, right? 2 degree, 1 degree, 3 degree, then 2 degree, 3 degree, 1 degree, right? But for basic character of vapor phase or gaseous phase is very simple. That will be general. That is, more the availability of lone pair, more is going to be the, more the availability of lone pair or electrons, more will be the basicity. So 3 degree, then 2 degree, then 1 degree, then amine is going to be the correct answer, because here you have most maximum availability because of inductive effect that is donating from 3 sides. Here it is donating from 2 sides. In 1 degree, it is donating from only 1 side. So answer is going to be A is the correct answer. Next is a compound X on treatment with Br2NaOH. Acha, how many of you know this? Br2NaOH. What is the name of this reaction? Br2NaOH. Provided C3H9N, which gives Positive carbylamine test. Positive carbylamine test will be given by primary amine. Compound X you have to tell. In the following, see, compound X is given to you, right? Okay. Compound X on treatment with this provided this. Okay. So this is Hoffman bromamide degradation. With this, it will provide CH3, CH2, again NH, then CH3. That is a 2-degree amine. It will not give carbylamine test. Here it will give us CH3, CH2, CH2, NH2. Because this will be vanished. This will be eliminated, this will be eliminated, this will be eliminated, this will be eliminated. So this one and this one both will give us primary. This will CH3, CH2, CH2, NH2. This is CH3. Acha, this will not be vanished. Why? Reason is because that CO should be amide. This is not amide. The CO should be of amide. CONH2 will be converted to NH2. It's not like carbonyl group will be eliminated. Carbonyl that is there in amide. Okay. So this is not amide. So this will be as it is. This will be as it is. But this one will be vanished because this is for amide. So it will be CH3, CH2, CH2, NH2, which is going to give us primary amine because this is going to give us carbylamine test. So answer will be, this is the correct answer. This will also be vanished, but it is not going to give us primary amine. Okay, so answer will be C is the correct answer. Okay, next is given below are two statements. The statement says that oxygen being the first member of group 16 exhibit -2 oxidation state. Yes, ma'am, that is true. Right? Okay. Down the group 16, stability of +4 oxidation state decreases. No, never. Always down the group, in all the groups, the stability of lower oxidation state increases. This is the lower oxidation state. So its stability will increase, not decrease. So this is the false statement. So answer is statement 1 is correct, but statement 2 is incorrect here. So answer will be, wait a minute. Oxygen being first element of this. Acha, okay, so sorry. I thought they are saying it exhibits -2. They are saying it is the only one to exhibit -2. So it is not the only one to exhibit -2. So if you see CS2, what is the sulfide? Sulfide is S2 negative here. So sulfide also exists in -2. So it's not like oxygen only exists in -2. So that is a wrong statement. Only will make a difference here. Only means it is a false statement. Then it is not a correct answer. But if they say oxygen being the first member exhibit -2, then that is correct. Only it exhibits -2, that is wrong. So answer will be not A. Answer will be both the statements are false here. Both the statements are incorrect. Next is choose the correct among the hydrides. Now hydrides plays a very important role here, right? So it is the stability of hydrides decreases. Okay, thermal stability, it will decrease down the group. That is correct. Thermal stability, it will decrease. Yes. Down the group length will increase. Thermal stability will decrease. Okay. Reducing ability of the hydrides increases in this order. That is also correct. Down the group reducing ability, because size is increasing, to give H positive, the ability of reducing, give H positive will increase. Acidity will increase. Basicity is going to decrease. They are saying basicity of the hydride increases. That is not correct. Basicity is going to decrease because acidity is increasing. So basicity will decrease. Among the hydrides, NH3 is strongest reducing agent. We are saying na, reducing ability, it is decreasing. So that is why strongest reducing agent, reducing ability is reducing agent only, right? So we are saying it is not at all a good reducing agent. So BiH3 is the maximum reducing agent here. So that is also false here. So answer is A and B are the correct statements they were asking. A and B are the correct statements here. Right? Okay. Next is If one strand of DNA has sequence AT, acha, this kind of question was also there in JEE, na? But in that, na, they have not, in that question, they have not asked that, okay, what is the what is the sequence here? Rather, they ask you how many hydrogen bond it is going to form. So A and T are going to form 2 hydrogen bond. G and C are going to form 3 hydrogen bond. Always remember this, right? Now for this, what you will have here, A means T, this is A, this is C, this is G, this is AA, this is G, this is T. So TACGA, TACGA, AGT. Okay, so answer will be B is the correct answer. Okay, A is linked with T, G is linked with C in case of DNA. In case of RNA, A is with U and G is with C again. Okay, again it is forming 2 bonds. Again it is forming 3 bonds here. Right? Okay. Next is the standard. Now very, very important. Before this question, I'll just let you know one relationship here. So what you should know is reduction potential. This is the reduction potential. Reduction potential. If someone has a very high reduction potential, they want to get reduced. They want to oxidize someone. That means their oxidizing power is very high. Oxidizing power is very high. And they have a very low reducing power. They have a very low reducing power. So that will be the correct answer here. Let us see. The standard reduction electrode potential values of A, B, C are given to us. So A has the, they are asking you the reducing power. That will be inverse. So A has the, let us write it down in reducing potential. Reduction potential value is A has maximum, then you have C, then you have B. And reducing power will be opposite, A minimum, then C, B is going to have maximum. So answer will be BCA. BCA, that is D is the correct answer here. Okay? D is the correct answer in that case. Next is, which of the following complex ion obeys which laws? Sedgwick's effective atomic number. So effective atomic number means EAN should be equals to nearest noble gas. Okay, so let us see, let us solve this. So beta, firstly what you have to see, what is the atomic number? Let's say for iron the atomic number is, what is the oxidation state? X is equals to, X minus 6 is equals to minus 3, so X is equals to plus 3. Here it is X minus 6 is equals to minus 4, X is equals to plus 2. X is equals to plus 3 because this is 0. Again, Ni is equals to, here X is equals to plus 2. So if you see this, in first case, you have En will be equals to, atomic number is 26. 3 electrons will be lost here. And Cn is going to give you 1 Cn will give you 2 electrons. So 6 Cn will give you 6 into 2, 12 electrons. So this will be plus 12. So this will be 23 plus 12. That is going to be 35. Okay, so answer is going to be 35. Is it not equal to nearest noble gas? Nearest noble gas should be equal to 36 here. So that is not equal to 36. So that is eliminated. Next is, if you have En, it will be equals to, iron means 26 atomic number, plus 2 means you have to subtract 2 electrons here, right? Cn6 means 12 electrons it will give, right? So again it is 24 plus 12, that is equals to 36. So it is going to show you positive En rule, right? Okay, right? Okay, okay. Beta, En is very, very simple. What is En? I'll tell you very simple. This is atomic number. What is the atomic number? Write it here. How many? What is the oxidation state? Plus 3. That means 3 electrons will be taken out. Take 3 electrons. This one ligand is going to give you 2 electrons. So 6 ligand will give you 12 electrons. Add that as well. Is it equal to nearest noble gas? No. So it is not following En. So it is a very, very simple rule. Okay? Understood? Ma'am, what about these? These also better you can see easily solve. En is equals to chromium is having Karman. So 24 atomic number. How many electrons you are taking out is -3 plus how many electrons you are giving is 12. So that is equals to 21 plus 12, that is 33. Again not equal, right? Again not equals to nearest noble gas. Helium, xenon, krypton, argon, right? It should be equal to any of that. Acha, nickel is 28. Again, it is giving you 12 electrons. You take out -2 plus 12 electron it is giving. So that is 26 plus 12. That is 6, 7, 8. And this is 38. Again, this is not equals to 36. Right? Okay. So answer is going to be what? So answer is going to be only this is following the positive rule here. So that is EN rule, only this is following. So B is going to be the correct answer. If that is clear to everybody, then let me know in the comment section and let me see how many likes you have given to your Diksha ma'am. Let us see that. Oh my God. So let us make it 200 likes before the end of this session. We are left with how many questions? We are still left with 10, 15 questions here. Let us complete those questions, okay? Next is Hardly Suzul rule explain ma'am pronunciation. The pronunciation is like that only. We are Indians, right? So our pronunciation of these German, French words, names will be like that only. Hardly rule explains the effect of electrolytes on the coagulation of colloidal solution. Right? Coagulation. According to this rule, coagulation power of cation will follow which order? See, more is the charge. Just remember one thing, more is the charge. Very simple. More is the charge, more is the coagulation power. So more charge, more coagulation power I can only see in C part. Okay. So more is the charge, more is the coagulation power. You can just write it. It is directly proportional to the charge. Okay. Directly proportional to the charge. Next is during dialysis, what happens? During dialysis, only solvent molecules diffuse. But dialysis, if I hope so not. You ever seen someone, right, who has kidney failure kind of issues that they have to go through dialysis? Okay. So, what exactly is done there? Let us see that. So, dialysis is a process of removing a dissolved substance from a coagulated solution by means of diffusion. Urine is taken out basically, right? Of diffusion through suitable membrane. From that membrane, it's not like they will take out every, see, our body is already doing that thing, right, with the help of our kidneys, right? So, but in exact process, I don't know because I'm not a doctor, but the idea that I have according to chemistry is that there is some membrane that they must have, right? According to this, some particles are allowed to go, some particles are not allowed to go, right? So some will retain in the body itself. Colloidal particles cannot pass through animal membrane, right? They are not allowed to pass through. Only solvent molecule and ions in case of electrodialysis can diffuse. Only solvent molecules and ions can diffuse here. So you can say only solvent molecules, ions, coagulated colloidal particles. This will not possible. All kind of particles, no. Solvent molecules and ion diffuses. That is true. That is D is the correct answer. Okay. Next is for a first order reaction, the time required for 99.9% of reaction to take place is nearly 10 times that of required for half-life, 100 times that, 10 times that required for 1/4, 20 times that required for half of the reaction. Okay. How many of you have already done this? This to beta, even if you don't know, even if you have gone through chemical kinetics very detailed manner, then you should know this. But otherwise, let's solve this. Okay, let's solve this. So, if you see this here, K is equals to 1 by T, ln of this is initial, this is final. So whenever in percentage it is given, always take initial as 100, right? Initial is 100. How much you have taken, that is 99.9, that is 0.1 will be left here, right? So just solve this, it will be 10 here, that is log of 10 raised to power 3. Log of 10 raised to power 3, beta, log of 10 raised to power 3 is nothing but that is equals to 3 only, right? Because log of 10 value is equals to 1, right? So here You can just multiply it by, wait a minute. Acha. Regarding, because we are comparing it with t half now, so they have just put the value of k here. K we know that is equals to 0.693 divided by t half, or you can say that is equals to log of 2 by t half. That also you can directly say. Okay, so they have just put the value here of k value in terms of this, right? Then solving this, what you will get here, log of 2 divided by half. This is 1 by t log of 10 raised to power 3, that is 3 only. When you compare t half with t and you solve it, the answer is going to be t half is equals to 0.10 of t. Now, if you see this, that means it will be equals to 1 by 100 of t. Okay? That will be equals to 1 by 100 of t. That will be equals to t is equals to 100 times. 100 times that of required for half-life. If you compare these two values, t is equals to 100 times that of t half. Okay? So what we have done here, if you don't want to go through all of this, I'll directly tell you k is equals to 2.303 divided by t log of initial is 100, this is 99.9, that is 0.1. 0.1 is nothing but that is 10 raised to power 3. What is k? That is 0.693, this is divided by t half. Okay, so now you have to solve this, that is 2.303, this is 3, this is t, this is 0.693 divided by t half. Now you have to solve these two things here. Okay, if you're not able to understand, ma'am, what is written here, then just directly write it like this. This is the formula that k is equals to 2.03 by t log of initial by final. Initial by final I have put here. K is in terms of t half is 0.693 divided by t half. Solve these values and you will get your answer as t is equals to 100 of t half. So answer is going to be B is the correct answer. Okay. Next is, for a reaction, this is the reaction that is given to you. They are saying the rate of the formation of B is said to be 0. Then the concentration, but same kind of question was there in JEE Mains also. So same kind of question can also be there in VITEEE. Right? Don't be surprised if same kind of question you will see there. Yes, you will see. Right? For a reaction that is given to you, that is this reaction, right? They are saying the rate of formation of B. So let's calculate the rate of formation of B here. Rate of formation of B is going to be, with this K1, it is going to be A into K1 equals to, for here, if you talk about for K2, B is the reactant. So that will be minus of K2 into B now. Because we always take reactants now. Here you have K1 is the rate constant multiplied by reactant. K2 is the rate constant, but this is the backward reaction. This is the forward reaction. Here we are talking about B formation. Here B is in the reactant side, so it will be minus of K2B, right? Now they are saying the rate of formation is said to be 0. This is equals to 0. That means we can say that we can just directly write it. We can just directly write A K1 minus K2 of B is equals to 0. Right? That will be the formula, right? Then after that, you can just put the value of B is equals to A into K1 by K2. Okay? A into K1 by K2, that is B is the correct answer. Right, students? Directly you can solve this. Right? Next is which of the following compound will most easily be attacked by electrophile? Now for electrophile, what you need to have? Ma'am, for electrolyte, for electrophile attack, electron loving, there should be electron on the benzene ring. Now here you don't have any group that is donating. Here it is donating by plus I effect. Here it is donating by plus M effect, but it is taking by minus I. But the important part is minus plus M it is donating, minus I it is taking, right? Here also it is donating by plus M, it is taking by minus I. Now in normal cases, mesomeric effect is dominating in normal cases. But he is not normal. Halogen is not normal. Halogen is abnormal person. Right? So why? Because he is extra special. He is like, okay, you all are going in this direction, I'll go in that direction. I'll not follow the gang. Okay? So he is a unique person. Like, I will not follow everyone. Right? I will create my own way. Right? So that is why halogen we specially study. Because in halogen, inductive effect is dominating, and hence the electron visibility on this benzene ring is less as compared to OH here. So it has maximum electron on the benzene ring by OH group. That is why maximum attack of electrophile can be done at the fastest rate on this D, which is having OH here, right? Okay. Next is the major product P in the following reaction. Now, if you see this is OCH3, CH2, CH, this is CH2, CH3. Now, see this. Concentrated HBr you are giving and you are heating it as well. See this very, very important thing. That whenever you have, first thing is HBr, if it was normal, no excess HBr, then it would attack here, right? It would attack that negative part on less number. So Br will be present here, H will be here, and it will give rise to this CH, Br and CH3. CH, Br and CH3, it is present here. It is present here, right? These two are automatically eliminated, right? Because Markovnikov rule means negative part on the less number of hydrogen. Now, with this ether, OCH3, because it is in excess, now what will happen? This hydrogen which is concentrated, that is why it is going to replace this CH2, CH3 with hydrogen here. Hence you will have not bromine, rather you will have OH here. So answer will be D is the correct answer in the end, right? Okay, answer will be D is the correct answer in the end. Next is the arenium ion, which is not involved in the bromination of aniline. Ma'am, bromination of aniline, we know that aniline is the ortho-para directing group. So in the mechanism, the bromine, Br positive, will attack only on the ortho and para position. Here it is on the ortho position. Here it is on the para position. Okay, right? No worries. Here also it is on the ortho position. We don't have to see anything. This is on the meta position. That is not possible. Meta position is not possible. That is why this is not in the mechanism, right? Which is not involved. At meta position, bromine will not attack because NH3 is a ortho-para directing group. Unless and until in case of nitration only it is giving meta directing because of the formation of anilinium ion, right? Next is the test performed on compound X and their inferences. Okay, so these are the compounds that is given to us. First thing is, if you talk about iodoform test, see, iodoform test is best. Why? Because here we can easily identify which is not giving iodoform test. They are saying this compound should give iodoform test. So this compound is CH2CHO. At least for iodoform, we need to have either CH3, C double bond O, or we should have CH3, COH and H. This is not present, so this is already eliminated. CH3, C double bond is not present, so this is already eliminated. But in these two cases, if you see, in these two cases, here it is COCH3, very good. Here it is CH3OH, that is also there. So these two will give positive iodoform test, that is we are sure. Next is azodite test, it should not give. Okay. See, this is directly giving you azodite test. Because this can be converted to N2Cl, disonium chloride, then it can lose Cl and form a couple, form a azodine, a coupling reaction it can easily show. So that means this is also eliminated. The answer is first is the correct answer. Why I told you this from iodoform and azodite? Because this test is very difficult to interpret that 2,4-DNP color PPT will be there or not. Now 2,4-DNP means you have this kind of reaction, where you have this kind of reaction. You have C double bond O, right? This is NH2, this is Z, right? That is going to combine and it is going to give you NZ here, right? This also it can give from this thing, that is COCH3. Okay? From this COCH3, this C double bond O will combine with the 2,4-DNP and it will give you 2,4-DNP test, as you can see here as well. Okay? As you can see here as well, that it is going to give you 2,4-DNP with this C double bond O. It will get attached to double bond N, NH, benzene, 2 and 4 position, you will have nitro group. Okay, it is going to give you 2,4-DNP from this position, right? It is also going to give you iodoform test from this position, right? It will not give positive iodoform test. As you can see, it does not have NH2. That is why it will not give positive azotite test. So answer is A is the correct answer. Is that clear? Next is, you have some reagents. Name and reagent is given to you. So very simple. Let us see that, everybody. Let us see that. So first is Hinsberg. Hinsberg is this one. So fourth is A. Fourth is A. Fourth is A. These two are eliminated. C and D are eliminated. Okay. Okay. Lucas test. Lucas test concentrated. Okay. Again. So Lucas test is A is D. So answer is B is the correct answer. Even if you have no idea about Dumas and Gildas, then you can see this. And these two methods we did, the numerical part is very important of Dumas and Gildas, very important, right? This we have done where we have done the JEE Main 7th and 8th April. Why I have not repeated that question here? Because I know that you can do there as well, right? So that is why I have picked out some interesting questions that will be asked VITEEE, right? Okay. So Dumas method will be second and C, that is CuO, right? Gildas is E, that is H2SO4. So answer will be second, right? Yes. Okay. So answer will be B is the correct answer. Next is the ionic radii. Ionic radii, now they are saying, of N3 negative, O2 negative and F negative respectively are. Ma'am, but we don't know the values. You are asking us to calculate the values. No, I am not saying this to you. You don't have to learn the values. You know one thing, right? This is nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. Along the period, radii decreases or increases? Radii decreases, right? So that is going to have maximum. And also it is gaining electrons, so it will be maximum, right? More. Even if I say, let us see, these are isoelectronic species. Okay, these are isoelectronic species. Even if you see this thing here, isoelectronic species, always remember that is directly proportional to size is directly proportional to charge on anion, inversely to charge on cation. More is the charge on cation. Let's say if you talk about, ma'am, Mg2 positive, ma'am, Na positive, which will have more size. These two are also isoelectronic. This is going to have more size. So more is the charge, less is the size in case of cation. But in case of anion, more is the charge, more is the size. So it will have maximum. Maximum is 1.71, right? Then after that 1.4, then 1.3. So answer will be C is the correct answer. Some of you already know isoelectronic species, but in panic you forget that, okay, they are not asking you to learn the values. They are just simply asking you if you know the order here, right? Okay, is that clear to everybody or not? So guys, that was about our session for VITEEE. And for those students, right, who want more practice of VITEEE, what you can go in the live session of this today's class only. You will see this here only, right? Just give me a second. Live session and today's class, click on this class, right, where you are already, right? So here what you will see in the description box, there is a series, VITEEE test series. 10 mock tests are provided to you who are very dedicated for their admission according to by VITEE EEE, right? You feel that yes, ma'am, I want to have that backup plan. Then this test series is what you should start solving from now onwards, right? From now, from today only, you should solve that. These questions I was solving from you for you. You have to solve your own questions, right? You have to solve these test series and find the mistakes. You have to set up your timer also, right? So VITEE EEE test series is there, right, at 649 rupees only, just at 649 rupees. KCT test series for students who are preparing for KCT, again at 649, 10 mock tests are provided to you. Commit K, BitSat, ISR, MST, SRM, all are provided to you, right? Rate is 649. Now for the students who are preparing for all the exams, ma'am, I am preparing for, ma'am, not all the exams, ma'am, I am preparing for, let's say 5-6 exam out of this. Then if you choose to buy different test series, right? Rather than that, what you can go is extra mile engineering test series, a combo of 100 mock tests covering 10 major exams. Here, click on this. What are the 10 major exams? MST, KCT, VITEE EEE, AM, ISR, SRM, JEE, KIIT, WB, BitSat, Comet K. These are the exams that we are focusing on right now, right? So, very important exam. You can go through extra mile engineering test series here, right? Is that clear to everybody? Right? And for students, right, this test series is a must here. Okay? I am solving the question, I am teaching you, right? When you are solving yourself, you will learn different things about yourself, right? So test series, mock tests are very important at this point of time, right? Then here, if you see this, SRM JEE, this is, that was maths and this is chemistry. Click on this. Firstly, hit the like button here, right? I want before tomorrow, make it 100 plus likes, okay? Now here we are going to solve question of SRM JEE according to the syllabus of SRM, right? According to syllabus only I am solving the questions. Now today only na I'll send you the PDF of the syllabus, the PDF of chemistry PDF in the Telegram channel of Vedantu JEE English. Telegram channel link is also there in the description box only. Somewhere here you will see the description box. Just give me a minute. Here you will see the description box, okay? So, Telegram group, okay? Click on this, you will get to the official Telegram group of Vedantu JEE English that has 10,596 subscribers. That is the official Telegram where you will get all the updates regarding the sessions that we are going to take in next month, right? Okay? So, everything is provided to you. Now, what you have to do is, you have to give your 100%, you have to solve a lot of questions, right? And get yourself prepared for all the exams that you are focusing on. And also let me know in the comment section, students, I want to see one comment from you. Which exam you are preparing for? Which exam you are preparing for? If you have, let's say, ma'am, I am preparing for, ma'am, KCT, Comet K, VITEE EEE, write it down in the comment section. So according to that, I get to know that what kind of audience I have, what kind of students I have, what they are actually focusing on. So according to that, I can prepare the upcoming sessions, okay? Right? So I want you guys to answer this in the comment section and I'll see your comments after this video, right? After the end of this stream, I'll see your comments in the comment section. That what exactly is the ratio of students who are preparing for VITEE EEE. If let's say you're preparing for 6 exams, write down all the 6 exams, right? According to the priority that you have. Let's say major priority was, ma'am, JEE Mains, now priority is VITEE EEE. Then, ma'am, priority is KCT. Then, ma'am, that is Comet K. Then, ma'am, I have ISR. According to that, you can write it down in the priority list. Okay? Okay then, bye-bye. Take care. See you all in tomorrow's class for SRM JEE exam. Not exam, I would say mock test, a kind of exam that you will give along with me. Bye bye, take care. This is Diksha signing off. Bye.